The YouTube audience would like to know more about you, Theus or Prometheus. I have some questions I would like you to answer. Why did you become a Christian?
I became a Christian because those around me loved me. As I grew up with my family, I lost my father when I was only 2 years old, so my mother raised us. Her parents were Christian. Her mother was Baptist, and I found out later that her father was Jehovah's Witness. But so my mother had some sort of Christian background, but she didn't live it. She went out almost every Saturday night partying. Left us at our grandparents' house, and we'd stay over there. Every now and then they'd drop us off at Sunday school at one of the local Baptist churches. And then when my mother met the man who was my stepfather, we started going to church with him. And so we had to sit in church, and I really didn't listen. I slept most of the time and didn't hear a whole lot. But when I was about 14, I started to take an interest in church, and I started to listen. And what the various teachers told me made a lot of sense about the state of the world, about humanity and people. And I became convinced that I was a sinner and that I needed saving. So I accepted Christ into my life.
How did you find Christianity more true than any other religion?
I haven't researched every other religion, I will admit that. But Christianity works for me. What I know about the other major religions, it's not a whole lot, but it just doesn't fit with what I see in the world. So it's just that Christianity gives me what I need spiritually.
How did you experience God?
I experienced God's love through the people in my life that wanted to be sure that I was saved. And I have experienced the Holy Spirit in church. It's just an indescribable feeling. And I experienced God by living the way the Bible tells me to. It is hard to describe. It's not always a supernatural thing. It was, huge event that, comes over your life. It's subtle, for me at least.
Why were you the way you were before you were Christian?
Because of the influences in my life, the way I grew up, and the people around me. Like I said, I was not a terribly bad person, especially not by the world standards. I never got into drugs or stealing or anything like that. Well, not anything major. But it's because of the influences in my life, And some of those influences were the same that led me to Christianity. And I believe a lot of the people are the way they are because of their influences in their life.
What do you do for a living?
I work in a mill, 12-hour swing shift during the nights. That's what I do for a living. It's not much. 5 brothers, and with my mother not married for so long, having to take care of us, she didn't have a whole lot of money to send us to college. I never got any sort of scholarships or anything. I would love to go back to school and continue my education.
Brand of Christianity?
I'm a born-again Christian. I believe in the Bible, and I try to act like it. Try to imitate Christ in all that I do. If you're looking for a denomination, I attended an Assemblies of God for 13 years, and I now attend Congregation Holiness Church, although I don't call myself anything. I do believe in a lot of the Pentecostal teachings, but I don't try to label myself with a denomination.
Do you believe in a literal translation of the Bible?
Short answer, no. I don't believe in a literal translation of the Bible. I am a young earth creationist, and we used to say that the Bible is literal, but it is not strictly literal. It was written by God through man, and by being written through man, part of that humanity came through. So there are metaphors, there are figurative language, things that everyday people would understand and can relate to, and it's all. I think it would be a lot easier to understand than if God just set down these straight rules and things. But I do believe the Bible is straightforward. I do believe in a plain reading of the Bible.
What do you hope to contribute to YouTube?
Contribute to YouTube? I came here without knowing I was going to contribute anything, and I still don't know what I can contribute. I found that I like making videos though, and I'll continue to do that, and maybe I'll show one person something they didn't know. And I do want to clear up issues. A lot of people are misled about what Christians believe, about what creationists believe, and what young earth creationists believe, and I want to try to help clear some of that up. Thank you for your time.